Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another match reaction. This time is finished at St Mary's in the FA Cup third round. Southampton 3, Swansea City 0. Yeah, not the best display, to be honest. You know, Southampton are obviously Premier League opposition. I know they're bottom of the league, but as I said, they are still Premier League opposition. And, you know, they played us off the park, really. You know, in some ways, it's a bit disappointed that we can't go on a cup run because we haven't done that for, you know, for a few years now, in either the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, which is very disappointing. But on the other hand, I am also glad to sort of get this game out of the way and hopefully try and focus now on the league and focus on Cardiff next week in the South Wales derby. I think, you know, if this does show one thing, it shows that we're definitely not, you know, ready for that step up. I know a lot of fans have been saying that, you know, we should go for that playoff push, which, you know, if we do get it, it'll be good. But I think, you know, even if we did get it, I'd be very surprised if we actually went up. And if we did, I don't think we would do very well. I think we'd struggle massively in the Premier League. I think that's one thing that this, like, obviously, I know you've got to bear in mind that we had our first choice keeper and our first choice centre-back partnership, you know, not involved in the game. So you have got to bear that in mind. But I think if it does show us one thing, it shows, you know, that the jump from the Premier League and the Championship is very big. Obviously, they're on paper the worst side in the Premier League, and they still beat us 3-0. So it does show that there's a massive gap, and we're obviously not ready for that yet. But, you know, I wouldn't say we were absolutely battered, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, Southampton were clearly the better side and deserved to win, and I think they deserved to win by the amount of goals that they did win by anyway. But we weren't, you know, it wasn't as if we were you know, absolutely pathetic and didn't offer anything at all. It wasn't the best display, don't get me wrong, but you know, I think maybe if we had you know, Vigor, Udal and Cabango, maybe it would have changed the scoreline slightly. Maybe we would have lost 1-0, 2-0, but yeah, Southampton were definitely the better side, and you know, it's a good win for them. It's their first win under their new manager, so yeah, it's good, you know, on their side of things. But yeah, if I had to do give some player ratings then, so John McLaughlin in goal, I'll probably give him a 4.5. I think he obviously was at fault for the first goal. You know, he hasn't got well, he's got a lot of experience in his career, but obviously he hasn't been playing much football with the Swans, you know, at all really. This is his first appearance for us. Obviously, as I said, he's got a lot of experience, but, you know, his distribution wasn't great. His shot stopping's pretty good, I'll give him that, but his distribution sort of let him down, so that's why I'll give him a 4.5. Josh Key, I'll probably give him a 6. He was fairly promising. He's normally quite good in fairness. Didn't really put didn't really put a foot noticeably wrong. Josh Tyman, same thing. I'll give him a 6. The centre back partnership, obviously, you know, both right backs playing centre back, so we had 3 right backs on the pitch. Firstly, starting up with Norton, I'll probably give him a 5. You know, what wasn't really bad, but, you know, he's got experience playing a centre back role, but it was mainly in a back 5 rather than a back 4. But he was, you know, pretty average today, and same with Cyrus Christie, so I'll give them both a 5. Moving on to the midfield then, Matt Grimes, I'll give him a 6.5. I think he was really calm and controlled on the ball like he normally is. So I'll give him a 6.5. And then as for Gonçalo Franco, I'll probably give him a 6.5 as well. You know, he's very tenacious and energetic in midfield, so you know, and as he was today as well, so I'll give him a 6.5. Miles Peart-Harris, I'll probably give him a 6. I think, you know, one of the things that lets him down is his decision making. I think, you know, he gets into the right areas, you know, he gets on the ball quite often, and yeah, it's just that final product and decision making that sort of lets him down, but I'll give him a 6. Ronald, I think I'll give him a 5.5. Didn't really do too much, to be honest with you. He had 1 shot over the bar, which was way off really, but yeah, he wasn't the greatest today, but again, he didn't really have that much service down the right hand side. Om Ji Sung, I'll probably give him a 6.5. I thought he was a little bit you know, a little bit more bright than Ronald, and he was trying to make things happen. Didn't really do anything, you know, of note in terms of having a shot or whatever. But, you know, every time he was on the ball, he didn't really tend to lose it, even if that meant he, you know, turned back and made the pass. You know, he did keep the ball, and he wasn't really rash with his decisions today. So I'll give him a 6.5. And then Florian Bianchini, I'll probably have to give him a 4.5. I think, you know, he struggled to get involved in the game. I know he likes to drop deep, but, you know, normally he's really well at that, in fairness to him. But today, you know, against Premier League opposition, it's hard when a striker who doesn't, you know, he's not known for his hold at play. When a striker, you know, does have to revert to dropping deep, you know, it's much different doing it against a Premier League side as it is to a Championship side. So, you know, it's not entirely you know, his fault for that, but I think he just struggled to get involved in the game as much as he'd have liked. So I'll give him a 4.5. In terms of the substitutions then, so we had Jay Fulton, Joe Allen, Liam Cullen, Azim Abdullah and Josh Ginnelly making his return. So Jay Fulton I'll give a 5. Didn't really have enough time to impact the game or really do anything. Joe Allen, I'll probably give him a 6. I think he's probably the only one that I'd give a 6 out of the substitutes. You know, he did look quite bright when he came on. Funnily enough, had our best chance of the game after coming on, where he hit the post. So yeah, I'll give him a 6. Liam Cullen I'll give a 5. Azim Abdullah I'll also give a 5. I think, you know, they both just didn't have enough time to sort of make their mark on the game. And then Josh Ginnelly I'll give a 5 as well, same thing. But, you know, it's you know, really good to see Josh Ginnelly back on the field after I think it's been about, well, nearly a year and a half now. So, you know, it's nice to see him back on the field, and hopefully he can you know, put in some good performances this season. And then Luke Williams, I'll probably have to give him a 6. You know, I don't think really he got anything tactically wrong. I think he was just out of depth with his team, you know, without having Darlin and Cabango in there. But I think, yeah, tactically, I don't think he really got anything wrong. So yeah, I'll give him a 6. And then in terms of a man of the match, well, if I had to give, for our best player, I think it was probably Matt Grimes. I'd probably say he was our best player, but if I had to give a man of the match for the overall game, it would obviously be Tyler Diblin. Got a brace, and he's been, you know, a bright spark for Southampton this season. I think he's going to have a good career. But yeah, not the best result, but, you know, a Premier League side nonetheless. So, you know, it is what it is, but we've got to try and focus now for the big one next week away at Cardiff. Once again, a massive thanks for watching this. And I'll be back next Friday night for my match preview ahead of Cardiff away. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.